Hi, and welcome to Cat Run Figures. I'm your host, Caitlin, and today I have a comic review for you guys. So, today we are going to be discussing Batman the White Knight issue 1. So, this is the start to a brand new miniseries from DC. This is an Elseworld story, and I've been super excited about this for a while now. So, moving right on into it. Here's the cover. Ooh, right? So, this is what happens when the Joker becomes sane and decides to be the White Knight of Gotham. So, as we open on into the comic, we get to see the Batmobile has arrived at Arkham Asylum. You know, same way that we've seen through so many other times. You know, Batman is in Arkham Asylum. No big deal. Until we see who has exited the Batmobile and who is actually locked within the cell at Arkham. We find out that Batman's locked up and the Joker is the reason why he's there. Snap. So he looks at him and says, Batman, I need your help. So we go back to a year earlier, and the Joker is running amok, running around Gotham on what basically looks like a really souped up Segway. You know.
Yeah.
I think it's a Segway.
Probably.
I do. But Batman is just being all sorts of reckless, and he's chasing the Joker at all costs, no matter how much property damage or risks of injury to other persons. And Batgirl and Nightwing are busy trying to clean up his mess, trying to calm him down. So you get to see both Batgirl freaking out and Nightwing trying to help people. Trying to help people that are in the way of the Batmobile. Until, they're still having their argument of, hey, you need to keep him on a tighter leash, Babs. And she's saying he doesn't listen. He won't listen to her. So he ends up taking off after the Joker once again, and it's up to Batgirl and Nightwing to once again clean up his mess and chase after Batman. Batman even goes as far as to drive on a bunch of rooftops in this whole escape. He endangers an entire ferry full of people. He shoves down a security officer, just being all sorts of crazy, reckless. So he chases the Joker into an abandoned warehouse, which we find out has a bunch of pills that are set to be destroyed. So when the Joker is actually speaking to Batman while he's still looking for him, he's telling him about their relationship and about what they mean to each other. So Batman finally gets a hold of the Joker, and they continue on with this whole cat and mouse relationship of, this is what I mean to you. This is what we mean to this city. We've made this city. And Batman's saying there's nothing. This isn't a relationship. He doesn't mean anything to anyone. And Batman is just going too far in the violence and the form of brutality that he's posing against the Joker. The police want him to stop. I mean, his two sidekicks both want him to stop. And the Joker even goes as far to throw it at him that he's terrified of having a real family. And he says, oh, is that Nightwing or is it Robin? I keep losing track because they just keep disappearing. And Batman just continues to just pummel the Joker. And we find out that the Joker has decided to go into this warehouse because he wants to get better. He wants to get better for Gotham. And he picks up a case of pills. And he holds it up And yeah, that's when Batman decides, fine. So he pops off the lid and forces them all down the Joker's throat, not knowing what these pills are, not knowing what they will possibly do to this man. And unfortunately, it all got filmed, and all of the police officers, including Commissioner Gordon and Nightwing and Batgirl, all witnessed this happening. No one stopped him, and then he simply got up and walked off. At this point in time, the Joker stops breathing, and he gets carted off by the police and rushed to get medical services. Well, at this point in time, his video has gone viral. Everyone's talking about the horrifying attack on the Joker, what Batman has done. Everyone is outraged. They want to punish the Gotham Police Department. They want Batman gone. And we get into the debate of what exactly is right here and who's at fault, who's to blame for what exactly occurred, and whether or not what happened to the Joker is worse than everything that he's done to the city. So for the rest of this whole part, he is dealing with what the Joker was and who he's becoming. So I love this right here. We see all the different incarnations, all the different memories, and he's just struggling. And I love the fact that his cell is basically like a Batman obsessed fanboy, which he basically is. He even states in this comic he is Batman's #1 fan. So continuing on, we get to see the Bat family at odds, and Dick and Barbara are saying, Bruce, you went too far. Why are you being so reckless? Why are you being so cruel? And he takes them down into an underground room, and we find out that Alfred's very sick and Alfred's dying, and he's pushing himself so far because he's suffering. So that doesn't really, it's not really an explanation, but that's what he's giving right now. So continuing on, we get to see Jack, who is coping with everything that he's gone through. He is no longer the Joker. He is sane for the first time in years, and he's reliving his own history in his mind. And he's trying to decipher exactly where everything went wrong. Until the Gotham Police Department finds out exactly what's going on with him. His doctors are even stating that his IQ is off the charts. There is no insanity left in him. He's a completely different man. And he's decided that he's going to file his own legal case against the Gotham Police Department, against Batman, and against the city as a whole. So, get to see him researching his case right there. And continuing on, we get to see a little bit of the interrogation tactics between Commissioner Gordon and Jack. And Jack tells him that they're not going to deal. He's not going to take any kind of little thing they throw his way, dropping the charges, doing this, doing that. He himself is going to trial. He wants to sue the city. He wants to sue the police department. He wants to sue Batman, but since he can't actually sue Batman because no one knows who he is going to show the corruption of the GCPD. And right here, we get this amazing page, and he states that he loves Gotham. And for all of the wrong that the Joker has done, he owes her a debt. So he's decided he's going to become her White Knight. So if you've read any of the previews for this series, you know that the Joker becomes completely sane and he's going to go on a legal campaign against Batman. So I'm really excited to see him. I'm really excited to see both he and a, sane Harley hook up again. I'm excited to see Dr. Harleen Quinzel and Jack Napier actually teaming up against Batman and the Gotham Police Department in a legal battle. So that's really exciting. I really loved the first issue. I felt like the art was really strong throughout. It gave me the same vibe that I got from Batman Europa that happened a while back. So definitely, I would suggest picking this up if you haven't already. It was a really quick read, a really fun read, just really sucked me in, especially if you're having fatigue from any of these larger events we're having right now in comics. They're very confusing. This is straightforward, self-contained. You don't have to know a million different things that are going on before you can get into this book. You can just pick it up and read it. So, as always, guys, give me a like if you like this video. Comment below and tell me what you thought of Batman the White Knight. Did you enjoy it as much as I did? Subscribe to my channel for more comic content, or check out any of the older videos I have up for offer here on Cat Run Figures. And until next time, I'm your host, Caitlin. Bye.